What's going on, guys? So as you guys know, generally I talk about movies on this channel. Movies are my thing. Television's kind of a secondary thing for me. I love to watch anime. I watched Breaking Bad and I reviewed that for you guys. But television is one of those things where I wait until I hear that a show is great or it ended well, had a great finale, people were very happy with it, and now I can sit and binge watch it. I did that with Breaking Bad in its final season, and I did that with True Detective Season 1 because I learned that this show is going to be like a separate story each season. So this season's story concludes, and I liked that because I don't like cliffhangers. Cliffhangers suck. So I did pick up the Blu-ray of True Detective and I watched all 8 hours of it, all 8 episodes, and I gotta say, this is one of the best TV shows I've ever seen in my life. And I wanted to review it for you guys because in all honesty, it felt like an 8-hour movie. It felt very cinematic. It did not feel like a television show, even more so than Breaking Bad. This felt like a movie, and I love that about True Detective. What the show's about is 2 Louisiana state detectives played by Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. These guys are investigating a very gross and possibly even satanic murder that took place. But the show isn't so much about the case for a while as it is about their personal lives, how they get along with each other and how they don't get along, their family lives and what's going on there and how that affects them, and the case is kind of a secondary thing for a while until the later episodes where it becomes all about that. In what has become known as the buddy cop genre, there is a humongous cliche that they have to hate each other at first, and then eventually they love each other and they're brothers and wonderful and it's great. In this show, they honestly hate each other. Like, they really hate each other. They are polar opposites, and that doesn't mean that we get entertaining scenes in which their witty banter make us laugh. They don't get along at all. And it makes their conversations fascinating, and that brings me to the dialogue and the writing. The writing for this television show is better than plenty of movies that are released nowadays. It's excellent writing, and the direction of the show is magnificent. It looks incredible, and I was so happy to learn that this show was actually filmed on film, which is so cool because it gave the show such a gritty look, and I adored it. These guys have to take long drives to various places to investigate certain things, and we get to see them talk, and their conversations are absolutely fascinating because Matthew McConaughey's character is a pessimist. He has a very straightforward view of life, and he does not get along with too many people. He's very unorthodox, yet he's brilliant at solving cases. Woody Harrelson is much more normal, I guess you'd say. He's got an average view of his family life, he's got an average view of his job, he just wants to live his life and enjoy himself. And I thought that it was one of the most intriguing relationships I've seen on television since Mulder and Scully in The X-Files. Let's talk about that tracking shot. That tracking shot was magnificent. There's a very long take in this series that involves Matthew McConaughey trying to infiltrate someplace undercover, and it was absolutely glorious. I loved it. Another great thing about the show is the narrative, how broken it is and how it jumps time. It's all done seamlessly. You don't need a little text that says 10 years previous or 10 years later. You don't need any of that at the bottom of the screen because it's filmed and directed so well that you can figure all that out just based on how the characters look and how the story is told. All of these things build to a magnificent finale that I thought was perfect. I don't think this season could have ended in a better way. It was enthralling, it was nail-biting, I was invested in it because I was watching it and I was getting kind of tired because it was like 4 in the morning or something and I was about to fall asleep, but it was so well done that it actually woke me up. You know what I mean? Have you ever been watching something and you've been kind of sleepy, you're kind of tired, and then it just starts getting really good and it actually wakes you up? Like, that's good entertainment. All in all, True Detective is one of the best television shows I've seen, and I've only seen 1 season. I'm looking forward to seeing what Season 2 brings with Vince Vaughn and Colin Farrell and Rachel McAdams. That's going to be interesting, but I am excited to see where it goes, and I'm going to give Season 1 of True Detective an A+. Guys, if you haven't checked out this show, I strongly recommend it. It is one of the better TV shows I've seen in my life. Also, guys, one of the things that I filmed in LA that was in editing for a while has finally gone up on YouTube, and that is my interview with Josh McCouga of Between the Sheets. He actually interviewed me about life, YouTube, sex, everything. He asked me a lot of personal questions and is by far the most open I've ever been in an interview, so I left a link below to that discussion that I had with him. He's a really cool guy. Go subscribe to his channel and check out that interview. It's like 40 minutes of me just talking about everything that I could possibly think of. And he asked me some serious stuff about some stuff. So go check that out, guys. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.